You're listening to Sippin On Some Soda. My name is Aaron Rhodes.
And my name is Kirby, and my condition is medication resistant.
Amazing. And we're sponsored by the Vinyl Underground at 7th Heaven, offering new and used vinyl at 76th and Troost in Kansas City, Missouri. Shout out to Sherman and all the good folks down there at 7th Heaven. We had a great time at the Dendrons show that we had over the weekend. A lot of great rock and roll music was heard and rocked out to. Thanks to everyone that came out for that and rocked out with us. So I'd say without further ado,
let's talk about these sodas.
Yeah, let's talk. Oh, okay, but briefly, do we have any? I know we're on a bit of a time crunch, but do we have any apartment updates to share with the good people at home?
So we do. We're getting a new roommate.
Yeah,
Reagan.
Reagan is about to move in this weekend. Erica is sadly leaving us. She's heading to Italy for a study abroad program.
Way cooler than anything here. Much cooler. And
we wish her the safest travels.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reagan seems chill. I'm sure she'll pop up on the pod at some point.
We got openings in the rest of the house too. I'm trying to get our friend Casey up in the one bedroom up there.
Yeah, so he'll be taking a tour soon, and you might have heard him on the last episode. He kind of popped in for a sec to offer his take on the Atomic Fizz. Oh, that is a good update to give the people. We discussed the Atomic Fizz original flavor on the last episode. And I was informed at the shop upon returning this time that Atomic Fizz is in fact out of production right now due to the fact that they were the brand was bought by the Lewisburg cider mill because I guess the founders needed some cash. But apparently the cider mill may have plans to put the soda back into production, because they were the ones producing, bottling it, I think, at their facilities.
Well, I certainly think they should continue it.
Oh yeah, we wish them the best with that endeavor. And also news from Casey Soda Co. also, where I picked up today's beverages.
Right.
They are in fact about to begin bottling their own line of sodas, sometime later in December or beginning of next year. So be on the lookout. They'll have several different flavors, and I'm sure we'll be trying some of those on the show soon. What's up? Talk your shit, Kirby.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this or not, but in also soda related news, Cafe Sebastian at the Kemper Museum of Contemporary Art is fiddling. This is top secret.
Top secret. Oh.
It's fiddling with the idea of a soda program.
Really?
Where we make some of our own sodas in-house.
That would be quite interesting.
So
I may have to visit you at work for the first time.
Don't tell anybody about that, but keep your eyes peeled.
We trust all of our listeners to not fucking be snitches about it.
Yeah, I was going to come in here with some ground rules anyway. Number one, as far as the ground rules of the podcast, no snitching.
No snitching.
And no dry snitching either.
Because we'll find you.
And if you don't know the difference, then
you have Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, let's get. You want to get to these beverages?
We got some. It seems like we're going. Our first couple podcasts, we were hitting up the dollar store. We were
getting some mainstream cheapo bevs, and
now we're really out there with these.
Yeah, we're doing some special varieties now, and I'm not one, as I discussed before. Most likely, I'm not one to be a hate on pop, a poptimist of sorts of soda, Right. I'm not going to hate on the mainstream shit just to hate on it. No. So, who knows, we'll probably end up...
people who hate on normal beer that drink craft beer.
Yeah.
Sorry, I came in loud with that.
It's fucking snobs, right? Terrible. We hate them.
Craft beer snobs. We're kind of adding you right now. And if you want smoke, pull up. and that's that. But
pull up on Kirby. I don't know anything about beer. Yeah. So yeah. You want to give us the lineup today, Kirby?
Yep. Today we got Reading Draft Grape Smoothie, handcrafted since 1921, premium reserve soda, caffeine-free, pure cane sugar. It's in your classic amber bottle. It's got a train on it, and
trains are pretty cool.
That's to say the least. Trains are fucking tight. I'll let you take a look at that one. Next up, we got Jamaica's Finest, made with ginger root oil. Side note, bottled by Natrona Bottling Company. It's an original ginger beer. It's an all-natural spicy soft drink made with cane sugar, pinpoint carbonation. I don't know what that means.
Me neither, but it sounds pretty cool.
But it sounds on point.
And it's got kind of a modern vintage kind of white label with some nice red kind of blood orange lettering and some yellow stripes going on.
Here's an interesting bit that most people, I'm guessing, wouldn't have picked up on.
What's happening?
Tiny letters on the side of the soda.
Yes.
Says drink me, period. Mix me, period. And I feel like that's an alcoholic undertone. So maybe that
might have to brainstorm.
Maybe that begs a larger conversation about the relationship between alcohol and soda.
We'll have to see if it's a worthy of being a standalone beverage.
Yeah, and as the resident alcohol drinker, by far, I will be giving my unadulterated, uninformed, mostly baseless speculation opinion of what I think that means.
Wonderful. What's our last beverage today?
How do you spell it? Sprecher?
I think it's Sprecher.
Sprecher. You do the math. Fire brewed. That's a new brew technique.
I'm not familiar with it.
Puma Cola. Puma Cola.
Cola with a K.
Now, I'd like to point out that unlike most of the shoes and most of the images on Google, the Puma on the front of this bottle is black rather than tan or white. It's craft soda. It's got this lovely cerulean logo, label. Color palette.
And bottle cap.
Puma Cola. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like.
That's how I'm hoping it tastes.
Yeah. And so that's our last one. It's a cola with a K.
And we have had I forget which variety we've had, but we have tried a Sprecher soda before, so we'll have to
dig through the
archives.
Very young archives.
Yes. Okay, so where do you want to start today, Kirby?
I want to start with Jamaica.
Okay, we'll do the Jamaica's Finest ginger beer. Let's go.
Ginger beer, let's go. Well, right off the bat, it tastes like fuck, dude.
It's a strong flavor. It really
tastes like
it's got some bite to it.
Tastes like fucking a jalapeno cinnamon red hot tamale. It's like cinnamon and habanero.
Well, I think you're probably just picking up on the spiciness of it. I don't think this is any kind of pepper flavoring. This is a ginger soda.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that's all coming from the ginger,
dramatic,
I believe. You are.
But
a little bit.
It's actually not very funny. It's a curse.
So yeah, what are your initial thoughts here, Kirby?
All right, well, I mean, it's spicy. I have to drink more of it to figure it out.
Yeah.
Naturally.
No, yeah, it does. It does leave you with kind of a, it does, like, not to any real extent, but it does open up the nose and passage a little bit.
It doesn't give me the heavy syrupiness of a soda right off the bat, but the carbonation that bites on the back end, and then about it's kind of weird and amazing. It's about 10 seconds later, after about 10-15 seconds later, you get a real hit of pepper. And I say pepper specifically because it's peppery.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what that has to do with ginger. I'm not a big fan of ginger to begin with as a root.
There are other roots you're a bigger fan of.
But, yeah. And
perhaps the birch.
I could see this being mixed with like a Fireball or a Captain Morgan to address to address its function within the world of alcohol. Jamaica's finest, I don't understand that. Is Jamaica's like, is like that the place for ginger beer? Or like,
I think so. I think it's just kind of a popular flavor down there.
Where 50 Cent is from?
No, I'm guessing this is in reference to the island nation. Yeah, I'm not sure. Wait, where is this bottle? Do we know? It's probably American bottled, I would guess. Natrona Bottling Co. in Natrona, Pennsylvania, maybe.
Right.
That's what it looks to be. But yeah, I think what I will offer on this, like, have you ever been to a Jamaican restaurant and had like a sorrel? Those are pretty good too, but you have to like.
I fuck with Jamaican cuisine though.
Yeah, it is another like Jamaicans just, I guess, they appreciate a spicy beverage there, and no, I think you have to be one, like, to buy this on any kind of regular basis, you'd have to be one who really appreciates that kind of flavor. But I think for like a one-off kind of adventure, I think this could work just all right. And I'm not, this isn't an easy listening soda, I guess you could say. This is something you gotta, I don't know, it's a bit difficult.
Right.
Not difficult, but yeah. You gotta interact with it a little and kind of figure out how you want to mix it, what do you want to drink it with, and it's not a casual beverage. And it probably wasn't intended to be, so
right.
I think we'll leave it there, and
right.
But we don't
condone snitching.
We don't condone snitching, but we're also, these are not knocks at all to the Jamaica's Finest brand and the
also,
ginger
I
beer
just don't
beverage.
like spicy stuff that much.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Oh yeah, and in comparison to a ginger ale, this, it's of course a more intense flavor. So like there are times where a ginger ale hits the spot, but other times you want something a little more intense. And I think if you're a fan of the ginger flavor, this is probably a good choice for you. So I think we'll leave that one there and move
on
to our next beverage. Before we move on, though, I will offer a brief anecdote that is embarrassing only to myself. And this relates to, like, I don't know, I feel like because the ginger beer may obviously be more of a mixer beverage, and there's an instance at a pitch meeting where my editor asked me if there were any like soft drinks he should pick up because he knows I don't drink. I'm like, oh yeah, buy some San Pellegrino if you want. And he was like, okay, cool. And because I had been drinking all of the like the San Pellegrinos with like the fruit juice in them, like I don't know what they call them. Yeah, the good ones. But he pulls up with like a large bottle of like just kind of the seltzer water, the sparkling water.
Yeah.
And I didn't even look at the label, but like I straight away just like open up this like bottle that was kind of meant for everyone at the table, I feel like, because it was like it's like too big to fucking just for one person to drink out of. And I just popped that thing open. I'm like taking a sip out of the bottle. I like put it down. I'm like, oh, I may have fucked up here. And I, before anyone noticed, hopefully at least like 2 or 3 people had to have seen me, but I did just kind of like stow it under the table so no one would realize what I had done. So yeah, sorry about that, David and fellow pitch contributors.
David, pitch contributors, we're sorry.
We're so sorry. Kirby is also sorry for being my roommate despite this. All right, next up we have the I don't know if it's Reading or Reading, the Reading Draft Grape Smoothie Soda, Premium Reserve Soda. Caffeine free.
We're thinking it's a grape, boy.
We're thinking it's grape.
Smoothie's gonna throw us off though.
I'm guessing.
You think it'll be a stouter grape?
No, I think the smoothie connotation will mean that it has like kind of a creamier taste to it, you know, like almost like what a grape cream may taste like if that exists out there. Like I think the frothiness of a smoothie would be encapsulated in that fashion. So let's give this a shot. There's a bit of the creamy kind of frothiness to it, but it's not not overwhelming, but as strong of a element of it as I would have guessed. It is it's a fairly standard grape soda.
Yeah, it's a pretty good stout. It's a pretty good craft grape.
No, yeah, because I think I'm sure we've discussed before, a grape is kind of easy to overdo. I feel like you can get that really sickening kind of over sugary
grape ape.
Yeah, kind of like artificial grape flavoring, like a lot of I'm sure cheap grape sodas will give you. But I think we've got to give it up to the Reading Draft Soda Company. I think this is as fine a grape soda I think as I've ever drank.
Yeah. It's a good one.
And I think still for the reasons of like just
it has a train on the front, dude.
Dude, like the train should tell you.
I really like this.
Yeah, no, there's not, the grape isn't like, until you get to like wines, like grape is not all that complex of a flavor, but I mean, it's easy enough to fuck up, and they definitely didn't fuck this one up. I don't know if it begs much more analysis than that. Do you have any other thoughts on this one, Kirby?
No, it's a solid grape beer. Grape smoothie, I mean, grape soda, I mean. I might have, let me think about it. It's cane sugar, it's good. It's just good.
Yeah.
It's premium.
It lives premium beverage.
It lives up to premium reserve soda.
Yeah.
How about that?
I recommend this to anyone who wants a premium grape soda. Just go for the Reading Draft.
Live beyond. Live Moss. Next up, Puma Cola. Generally, we save the most interesting ones for last, or rather the sodas that we have the most that we see the most promise in.
Yes.
And Puma Cola, I mean, it's thrown me every different way.
Yeah. And this was recommended to me by our friend Jason Shrout from the band 34, formerly of Dark Ages and Saved by Grace, etc. He is a straight edge gentleman, and he was telling me that this is his soda of choice. So, and it is sweetened with raw honey and among other syrups and flavorings. So I'm excited for this one. As we discussed at the top, this is a very cool label. It's this kind of black Puma illustration that has kind of like a blue shading and outline to it. He's in some kind of, do you know what these like types of these trees and plants are behind him? They have small little.
No, I don't.
Yeah, maybe this is the coca plant.
Yes,
or is that
it's the coca?
Is that
plant,
what that is?
Or it's
okay.
a marijuana plant. It's one of those.
No, it has little brown brown objects growing from it. So I can imagine this is a coca. It's a great illustration. I'm a fan.
All right, Jason. Let's see what you're made of.
Let's go. Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
That's very good. That's a very good cola. Yeah, let me drink more.
Yeah, this is great. This is like, you get sometimes when you buy like a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi and you are just very excited for that initial just kick, that first little punch it gives you upon cracking open a cold one, or especially pulling up at the McDonald's and getting their special McDonald's Coke, however they do it. But like and that's it. But that being said, as exciting as that initial cola punch can be, the initial punch from the Puma Cola is like not one-dimensional.
No,
like this
not
has,
at all.
Like right off the bat, you're getting different layers
of flavor.
Layers of flavors
that just aren't present in name brand store available colas.
Yeah. And it's just as refreshing.
Props to Sprecher.
This is. I think I said this about the soda beers, apple beer on the last episode, I believe, but this again is one of my favorite beverages I've had on the show so far.
Yeah, this is definitely up there with Raider Tears, Bronco Tears.
Yeah, Bronco.
Sorry. Bronco Tears, Atomic Fizz, Mountain Dew, Liberty Brew.
that one stuck with you.
Yeah. No, this is a good
if anyone out there is listening and looking to get me a Hanukkah present or a birthday present this winter, get me a sixer of the Puma Cola. I will be very happy about it.
Heard that.
Oh. No, this is it's
I've drinking damn near all mine.
This is as good as colas get, my friend. We lucked out on the. We have the best grape soda I've tried and the best cola I've tried.
Cola, yeah.
So I think this is a very successful endeavor that happened. I feel bad that I don't have more words for this Puma Cola. I'm sure
we hit 2 home runs.
That's all you have to say. It's a homer.
3 of ginger beers up your alley.
Yeah. Do you have any closing thoughts on any of these beverages or in general?
Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and reiterate that we don't tolerate snitching.
No snitches. If you're a snitch, turn this off. Throw your phone out the nearest window, and I don't know. Yeah, get lost.
Jason from the bands, thank you for Puma Cola.
No, great tip. Amazing
great tip. And we understand why it's your go-to. And if you're listening, go ahead and check out Reading Draft Grape Smoothie.
Yeah, also big good.
Also Shuttlecock.
That's
also Shallow Pulse.
Yes, listen to Shallow Pulse. Kirby's been posting some new songs on his SoundCloud page, so you best go check those out. If you like some gloomy ass tunes,
doom gaze.
Some doom gaze.
Do you
have anything coming up that you want to plug, Kirby?
Yeah, I'm gonna release the album probably after Christmas. That's really it for me.
Word. And everyone should make sure to follow at Shuttlecock Mag on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Visit shuttlecockmusic.com to read all the articles and see all my shit. Visit shuttlecockmag.bigcartel.com for all of the merch. We have photo zines and buttons. I really want to get rid of all of the last edition of the photo zine and print a new one. I'm going to mark them. I might have already marked them down to $9, which is basically the cost of printing them, because I want to get rid of those and print a new one this month. So go cop one of those. They look very nice. I got them printed at Oddities Prints, your favorite local print shop for rock and rollers. They're on a nice black and white risograph. It's like around 40 of my favorite photos that I took, now a couple years ago. But they look real sexy, and you should buy one. And I'll also have the new Shuttlecock t-shirts on the website soon. As soon as I go pick those up, it's the first design was the first shirt was the logo on the front kind of pocket area, and it was an Aaron Alexander photo I'd taken on the back. But I just got the new round of shirts in, and it's the logo on the front, but this time it is a photo of Spine that I took at, I believe, the final Blindside USA show a couple years ago. And it's a great action shot of Antonio jumping up in the air, and it looks pretty kick-ass. So those will be on the web store soon. But yeah, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you everybody for listening.
Sip with you later.
Live to sip another day.
Live to sip another day. That's the episode title. Let's go.